Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Arknights reaction. Today we have Whistle Stop as requested in the comments of last video by Spiritus Noctis, and it had the most likes, so as per usual, here we are. There's not really much else to say about this one. I didn't even know it existed until I saw it in the comments, so I guess I have to find out what it's all about, don't I? Without further ado, let's go! The beginnings of every single song always throw me off. It's like no matter what is in my head, it's never anything close to what I thought it was gonna be. Ooh.
Talking to myself, who's in control?
Oh, I love that voice.
Guarding those long gone with the haunting simple song.
Beautiful harmonies.
Rising waves of bodies save the world from all you've wronged. I can feel the fall.
Ooh, the slides. Oh man.
Leave behind your death.
Sorry, I really liked that vocal fry there. That was so well controlled.
They animate you, rotten tide.
Ooh, the rhythm of this one is even... Man.
Take responsibility.
I'm gonna be really quiet through a lot of this one, I think. I love that minor fall on the melody. Man, and the whistle, like a flute. Man, the rhythm of everything on this one is so intriguing. It's not super complex, but it's all of the supporting layers around it. It makes it sound so huge, but so intimate. I really want to know what that like sound is at the end. So just based off the rhythm of this one, before even looking up to see who wrote it and composed it, it's Adam Gubman. It's gotta be. It's just the way he writes. He has such a specific way of writing his lyrics and the rhythm that he likes to do. This reminds me a lot of his work on Reverse 1999 especially. This one's just definitely more reminiscent of that style, and maybe it was written at the same time, I don't know, but it definitely has a similar vibe to it overall. But man, it's just the way Adam does his thing. He has just a specific way of marrying together his lyrics and his instrumentals that feels so together. A lot of the people that work on Arknights songs do have a similar kind of glue. You can definitely start to piece together over time which composers have certain things that they do, and this is just an Adam track without even bothering to look. But of course, between that last cut, I went to go look to make sure that my confidence wasn't misplaced, and it wasn't. It was definitely Adam, and apparently Piper, his daughter, his 15-year-old daughter, wrote the second verse to this song, which is pretty cool. I think that's really awesome. I've seen him post on social medias about how proud he is of his family. He's such a proud dad, and you gotta respect that sort of energy. But all in all, that's just impressive that somebody in the family line, even somebody that young, was able to write something that didn't feel out of place or disjointed in any way. It fit right in there. So props to Piper on that one. That was fantastic. And the vocalist is someone called Emmanuel Ventura-Cruess, who has just an amazing voice. Like I had mentioned at the beginning, a beautiful use of that vocal fry, just settling into that. It was right on this cusp of a vocal break, but it never quite broke, and he held it together. I don't know how many takes that took to be able to get that to just sit right. I don't know if it was a one-take wonder sort of thing, or if it was like 50 takes in order to get that exact feeling. And in general, the way that his voice just layers on itself. Usually singers can layer on their own voice just fine without much of an issue, but sometimes, depending on where the range lays, there can be some weird, like, characteristic distortions that happen and things don't blend together too well. This is not the case for Emmanuel. He did a beautiful job. His voice locks itself right in there. All of that like layering during the chorus just felt so natural. Even the stuff behind him, you could tell it was still him, but it was just so soft and airy. It didn't like get in the way of the main melody. It was just so well crafted. And of course, part of that praise does go to Adam because he writes it. So it's just when you write something that works so well and you have a vocalist that you know can handle certain things, or you find that vocalist who has that certain quality you really want, and Adam just knows how to find them. He has such a backlog of people, I'm sure, that's just like, I need this specific character voice, and here we go. Like, he just pulls them off the shelf and puts them in the studio, and it's like, there we go. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm sure it's more complicated that on the regular, but I just like to have this idea that Adam just knows exactly who he wants and writes the song for that person, because he has such a way of consistently getting vocalists that just feel like they belong in a song. And maybe there's a little bit of rewriting that happens with that, and some like readjustment when he knows who's going to be singing it. Maybe there are things he tweaks, but still, it's such an impressive ability to me to be able to write songs so consistently that never feel like anything in them is out of place, unless that's the point. Much like that one Reverse 1999 song you wrote that had that odd rhythm to it, and like that was the point of the song. It's like, unless Adam means it to be, then it will not. You know, it's the consistency is nuts. When trying to figure out the lyrics of this one, I know nothing about this character even a little bit. I haven't even seen vague discussion about this character. I don't even know if it's pronounced logos or logos. Like, I don't know anything with this character, but the lyrics are kind of feeling like there's some mystical quality to it. A lot of the lyrics seem to be talking about something spiritual and relating to that, like, spiritual relationship of the soul. There's a little in there that kind of clues into all that this might be something related to death. Maybe the character is related to death in some way, shape, or form. An undertaker of sorts, maybe somebody who potentially guides souls to the afterlife. There's a lot of what could be there. I'm not gonna ruin that for myself by looking up the character first. I like to read the comments when that sort of thing happens. When I have a character I know nothing about, it's much more fun to get breakdowns from everyone down below. But my running theory is that he's some sort of an apparition presence in this world, either a god of death or some sort of a ghostly figure in this world. I can't base too much off the design because, well, you're still trying to keep the character designs like looking good and like pleasing to the eye. You can't like make them look rotting and dead if that's the point. So I have a feeling that there's more of a spiritual kind of presence going on here rather than like a literal one. But I could be wrong, because character designs are going to character design, and you want the game to sell. You don't want to be selling like a bloody corpse with a bunch of like chunks ripped out of his face, you know? But I think that's about all I'll say for this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. Fantastic song yet again, written by Adam and his daughter Piper. And if Adam happens to see this, what was that whistle like ethereal sound going on at the end there. Was that just like a sound effect you had in the library? Like, I gotta know what that is if you remember. But anyway, if you like this video and you want to request the next one, by all means, drop it down below and I will do my best to get to it as always. And otherwise, if you like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more, you know how to do that. I've got a pretty big announcement regarding Arknights coming up very soon. So if you're interested in that, stick around and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!